It's our prayer that but these are the stuff that we should do. You know, we're getting to birthdays, we do the happening on international local fronts, and then also we'll discuss you know, some of the issues that made the headlines, and on and on and on until we drop off. But you want to get on our socials, it's My Dominion TV. You want to like, share, and drop comments and be a part of this show today. Thank you to Aqua Clear Mineral Water for supporting the morning show, and thank you to all the people who've been watching us from Nigeria, from Liberia, from Kenya, and whichever part of Africa that you are. Well, let's take a quick breather. When we get back, the show starts off proper.
I want to welcome you to Wake Up Africa Morning Show. If Africa has ever needed to wake up, it's now. I promise you that this Wake Up Africa Morning Show will impact your life. It will illuminate you. The Bible said that thy word is a lamp to my feet and a light to my path. You need this insight. You need the understanding required to make all the difference in all of our lives. I want you not just to tune in to the Wake Up Africa Morning Show, but I want you to be a sponsor. I want you to partner with us as we take this Wake Up Africa Morning Show, the inspiration it brings, the impact across all Africa, to homes, to individuals, impacting lives. Join us to make a difference. It is said and believed that in this life, what you do to change the life of others matters than what you acquire for yourself. It is believed that it's not what you have, what you possess that matters, but the difference you made in the life of others. I believe as you partner with Wake Up Africa Morning Show, you'll be joining us to make a difference in the life of so many people out there. Partner with us, and every time we touch a life, you are blessed. Every time we impact a family, you'll be remembered for good. God bless you. Looking forward to partnering with you and tuning in to Wake Up Africa Morning Show.
Right, yeah, and thank you for tuning in to Wake Up Africa Morning Show in the voice of the Archbishop. That's so much weight. Anyway, it's time for us to get on with the weather report, and we have Mrs. Solomon on the line. Good morning, Mrs. Solomon.
Good morning, the precious one.
Great. Take us away by way of weather report.
Thank you very much. Let me first greet our cherished viewers and listeners of Wake Up Africa Morning Show on Dominion TV. This morning is the last but one day of the working week, Thursday, 25 days into the month of September 2025, and we are looking at the weather for the next 24 hours over the entire country. It's going to be variably cloudy over the entire country with slight rains over parts of the OT regions in places like Giasekai currently. Mist and fog patches will also form over parts of the coastal, forest, and mountainous regions early this morning, reducing visibility. There will be a mix of clouds and sunshine alternating in the afternoon with no major rain activities in the country today. But changes can come as a rainstorm has been observed at the borders of middle Nigeria and Benin, if it is able to materialize. So everybody or everyone should tune into Dominion TV to get updated with any changes that may occur. The state of the sea will remain rough currently. So currently the state of the sea is rough. So fisher folks will wait for the sea waves to be calm so that they can continue their activities. Temperatures will range from 24 degrees Celsius in the morning to 30 degrees Celsius in the afternoon over the coastal belt. 23 degrees Celsius in the morning to 31 degrees Celsius in the afternoon over the forest and meadow sectors. 21 degrees Celsius in the morning to 32 degrees Celsius in the afternoon over the transition belt, and 24 degrees Celsius to 34 degrees Celsius in the afternoon over the northern sectors of the country. This is how the weather is expected to be for the next 24 hours over the entire country. However, I will keep you updated with any major changes in the course of the day for viewers and listeners to be very much aware. Thank you, Biadela, the precious one.
Thank you so much, Mr. Solomon. And there you have it. That's your weather report for today, going into tomorrow. And like you said, should there be any changes? Why not? Be sure to keep you updated. Let's celebrate birthdays now. Happy birthday to these people.
Yeah. It's your birthday. It's your day. One day out of 365. It's your day. One day out of 365. Happy birthday. Whoa, to you. Happy birthday. Yeah. To you. Happy birthday to you. You gotta happy birthday. Oh, yeah.
Right, so happy birthday to you. Enjoy your day. Okay, it's getting to the weekend, so that would not be bad to like put it on hold for like for tomorrow, and then on Saturday, just enjoy yourselves, right? And if you want the birthday song, just get on Apple Music or wherever you cultivate music, just type Biadala, and then the song will pop up, right? And then you can enjoy it. All right, so let's get on with news now. Many things happening both internationally and locally. Just want to keep you updated. Starting off with local news, 10 arrested, 3 shot dead. Sorry about that. 10 arrested, 3 shot dead as police dismantles gang engaged in rural bank robberies nationwide. Rivers, forests to become security zones. Lands Minister hints in intensified Galamsey fight. King Charles III commiserates with Asantehene over Asantehima's passing. The Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly orders temporary occupants to vacate Santase Ahunjo stretch, a road dualization project. Dapia Mekbo and others sue Ghana Bar Association to break association's monopoly over lawyers. Ghana signs a 3 debt restructuring agreement of over $256 million with UK. Pay railway workers before resuming trains, TUC warns government. And off to international news. Musarika wins with 57% as Chakwera concedes with 33% in Malawi election. Kenyan engineer turns deadly water hyacinth into eco-friendly innovation. New constitution in Guinea allowing junta leader to run for president gets green light. Italy to send naval frigate to help Gaza aid flotilla. Former French President Sarkozy awaits verdict in Libya campaign finance trial. HIV prevention and injection slashed from $28,000 to $40. And to our last story, Super Typhoon Ragasa hits Asia, floods, deaths, mass evacuations. Right, and that's just about the stories from both international and local fronts. We're going to go for a break now, and when we get back, we will discuss some of the issues that made headlines.
Praise God, it's good to be with you, and I'm Archbishop Nick, and today I feel very strongly impressed by the Spirit of God to share with you reasons for putting together some of these books and materials that I believe will impact your life, like understanding the prophetic. I believe that one of the reasons why the prophetic has come under a lot of attack and under a lot of confusion all across the nations of the world is because of lack of understanding. And one of the main things through my observation over the years and the decades in ministry is the misunderstanding between the office and the functions of Old Testament prophets and New Testament prophets. Now, under the Old Testament prophet, because the Holy Spirit hadn't then been given, we were led and directed by prophets under the Old Testament dispensation. In the New Testament dispensation, primarily, we are led by the inner witness and by the Holy Spirit. The Bible says, for as many as are led by the Spirit of God are the sons of God. And so I put together this material to help you see and understand the difference between Old Testament prophets and New Testament prophet. With this understanding, you will have illumination, clarity, and it will remove every misunderstanding. Whenever you see misunderstanding, is lack of understanding. So understanding has the ability to dismiss misunderstanding. I want you to get hold of this book, Understanding the Prophetic. It will dismiss every misunderstanding, confusion, and doubt you have about the prophetic. The prophetic is real. I'm a product of the prophetic. Please get this book of Understanding the Prophetic. It will bless you. God bless you. Bible says, buy the truth and sell it not. God bless you.
Good evening and welcome to the greatest show on earth. This is a people's game. They will be bubbling about this one for weeks and months to come.
It's on SuperSport all season long. Pay your subscription today. Dial *759#. Available on DStv and GOtv.
Greetings, welcome to Bishop G Live.
Get ready for the supernatural.
You can be a believer and it still looks like your life makes no sense whatsoever. We're gonna give you the most important key to help you discover your purpose in life. If you miss the glory of God, you've missed everything.
Join Bishop Gregory Toussaint from Miami, Florida, USA. Bishop G Live every weekday at 7:30 p.m. only on Dominion TV.
Prayer is a daily necessity for daily triumph.
Africa, we must unite.
We are getting Abrahamic rewards, but we are running away from Abrahamic responsibilities.
Where should Africa sit and stand in this new world order?
Africa has the youngest, fastest growing population. That's a blessing, but it's also a challenge.
Yeah.
Who did God describe as the man after his own heart?
David.
Adam.
My experience, nothing short of amazing.
I never believed I'll be able to do this. Dominion TV's Emerging Leaders program has taught me skills about marketing in a corporate setting.
My name is Danny Glover, and you're watching
Dominion TV.
Anyway, so it is God that holds us, keeps us. I mean, there's sustaining grace available, I'm telling you. I mean, because it is by the mercies of God that we're not consumed. Would have been dead and good and rotten, you know. But God's got us. Now it's time for us to get on discussing some of the issues that made the headlines. And I have, are you my favorite duo? I think.
You ain't got no option.
Yeah, so nobody's joining us via Zoom today. Pastor Buddy's here. But please let me do what African should do. I mean, addressing people by rank and order. Stop that. You're too excited. You're too Gen Z this morning. Anyway, we have in studio Dr. Apia Kubi. Yes.
Chivos guy.
I know, right? And Doc seems to have lost his voice. But yes, it's Pastor Paddy's fault.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Somebody innocent person like me coming from my house. He was listening to a call.
Hey.
He asked, okay, first, were you on the phone?
Oh,
no, yes or no?
Well,
number two.
Was it an exciting
To be more specific,
call?
was it something in your ear?
yes,
that you're
something was in
okay.
my ear.
So were you giggling?
Oh, well,
Hey.
I mean, the joy of the Lord.
So when he giggles like that, I said, hey,
Then your voice left. Oh.
serious.
It's like,
Pastor Buddy. Anyway, so Dr. Apia Kubi is here, and Pastor Buddy is also here. He's the Gen Z pastor. Doc is looking all kind of like relaxed and all that. How many of us watched the 100 Days yesterday? Was it? No, Tuesday. Right? Yes, Doc was firing into hey, shadadaya. My God. Anyway.
Oh, well, don't mind.
Pastor Buddy, hey, my God.
It's not Gen Z.
no.
Anyway, so we're going to be discussing some of the issues that made headlines today. First off, I want us to, yesterday there was news about an armed robbery that went on. And somebody made a statement. The person said, where's my phone? The person said, as for Ghana, the laws work. Until you're in trouble, you wouldn't know.
You never know.
And I thought, that's very true. I mean, because these guys would have thought, oh, don't worry, it's fine, we can deal with it. But they're in trouble first. So let's just get on with the very first story. These 10 guys were caught up. 3 are dead, right? And then, so let me just get the story real quick and we can read it. Good. So 10 arrested, 3 shot dead as police dismantles gang engaged in rural bank robberies nationwide. They have
You move from place to place.
My God.
Robbery evangelists.
Hey, what's a bad thing?
Apostolic robbers. Moving from place to place.
Moving to and fro. Seeking who they may steal. The Ghana Police Service has recovered a large keg of weapons, vehicles, and valuables from a criminal gang behind a series of violent rural bank robberies across the country. Now, according to the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, CID, Lydia Yako Donko, the items seized include a wide range of weapons and valuables from the gang, including 3 AK-47 assault rifles, 1 single-barrel gun with 1 AAA ammunition, 7 pump-action guns with 96 rounds of AAA ammunition, 3 Bruni pistols with 40 rounds of ammunition, 1 M&P pistol with 4 rounds of ammunition, cash of a 18,846 Ghana cedis, and then $104, 190 Liberian dollars, 800 5,800 naira, and then 31,000 CFA. A quantity of assorted Ghanaian coins. Oh my God, such details. 6 vehicles and 4 motorbikes, several mobile phones and jewelry. Briefing the media on Wednesday, September 24th, Ms. Donko said the discovery was made after 6 months of sustained intelligence operations under the leadership of Inspector General of Police. Through sustained intelligence operations, the Ghana Police Service has successfully dismantled the notorious criminal syndicate who have been behind several robberies in various regions of the country. The syndicate, believed to be made up of 15 members, has carried out robberies in the Ahafo, Western, Central, Eastern, and Ashanti regions. Volta, they can't go there, you vanish. Police have so far arrested 10 suspects, while 3 others were shot dead in a gun battle. A manhunt is ongoing for the rest. I wanted to read this part. Now, Ms. Donko confirmed that one of the AK-47 rifles retrieved had originally been issued to the Ghana Police Service. So that means they stole it from the policeman that died.
Yeah, they killed him.
The weapon marked GHGP/ASH/TEPA, TEPA/TP B1523 belonged to Corporal Francis Eduyao of the Tepa district, who was killed by armed robbers on the Bibienu Goso highway on November 29, 2024. And the gang had it.
That's not the only stolen one that they had.
No, my point is that, I mean, the fact that we can trace it, because this man died, and then, you know, the
gun issued to him.
Exactly, was with them. And he was killed on a highway by robbers. So that, I mean, it's just very simple. So that's what these people do. I don't know.
Wow, that is really good that these guys have been arrested.
I'm telling you.
Seriously, seriously. But one thing that really, that the last said that I've never thought of, but it's really good at. I think we need some Votarian powers in all the regions. Seriously, I've been told that, you know, in Voter region, if you go and you see money on the floor,
you don't take it.
No.
People can leave.
Everybody become impossible.
Yeah.
Not in East Legon, but in Voter region. I like that.
Yes.
I like that.
It's not, I don't think it is. Okay, well, I don't know if it's still.
Wala Kane, you just said
but
it.
No, but I mean,
no, but it's a good one. Me, I like it. Me, I'm a very traditionalist. So, hey, I'm the one who advocating that we need to bring, when they are MP are swearing in, so you swear with Antoine or Nokpopo or something. Ghana will be rich. They won't steal money.
You know, this particular issue, I was watching it live yesterday.
Okay.
So excited. My goodness. It
Like,
made my die.
The way the guys were just lined up and they were walking.
Look,
all
Ghana
over the
police,
place.
I've always said that unless they don't want to do it, unless they say, oh, and this is under-resourced Ghana police. This is Ghana police without plenty choppers, Ghana police without certain things that they've been crying for, right? That things have been crying for. If this is not an indication that we need to equip our police, and I don't know what is.
Right.
I really don't know what is. Ghana Police, Ghana Fire Service, Ghana Prison Service, Ghana Immigration Service, and of course,
Ghana Military,
Ghana Armed Forces. Yeah. You know.
You people, you have enough. I think.
No.
Because the presidents are always afraid of you. So they've been giving you a lot of things.
Not nearly enough. Because if you compare what you think we have to even some of our neighboring countries, you see, the way you when you want to say that you are prepared for attack or you are prepared to defend yourself, it is not just a matter of what you have. It's a matter of whether you have answers to what other people have. Like, for instance, Israel has a drone repellent, the Iron Dome, you know, and it's because other nations around them have ballistic missiles. So they need to prepare themselves for that kind of thing. As for us, we are the most peaceful country. In fact, as much as possible, right? We shouldn't waste our money on you guys. Because the UN said we have a net profit of peace.
Yeah.
So we should actually donate to other countries.
Can you imagine?
Can you imagine? So,
but we actually have military men who go on peacekeeping in other countries.
Yes.
So we also need to
we give give them the resources.
Not exactly.
Really? But you guys had a jacket.
UN does.
Jacket something.
UN does.
Yes.
But you also need to bring your own stuff, and it has to be UN standard. What you are bringing has to be UN standard.
What you are saying, I'll tell to draw so. Who? Tedros. Because his name is even very interesting. Tedros. Okay, I'll tell him.
You know, this armed robbery issue, it's armed robbery, I said we're home. The MO that those guys were using, it's very saddening to me because I didn't know there were people in Ghana that even thought like that. They would go, first of all, they attacked rural banks, except in one case, that it was EcoBank. They attacked rural banks. And some of the rural banks that they attacked are rural banks I know. Rural banks I pass all the time. Either when I'm going to Kumasi or I'm within Kumasi or I'm going to a different region. And they would go there in the night. That's the first thing. They go in the night. They scale the wall. Then they tie up the security man who is there. Then they enter into, they breach the place where the vault is. And then they use an industrial cutter, an electronic industrial cutter to breach the vault. You see? It's like... they've dedicated themselves to it and they're equipped for it. They use an industrial cutter to breach the vault. Then they go and take the money. And they'll leave the security man there tied up till whenever. They'll take your phone, they'll take your money, they'll take everything about you. And then in one case, they took at the EcoBank place, they took the policemen's assault rifles and went with it. So in addition, when they started, they had 2 pump actions. Then they had 3. Then they killed the guy, the policeman, and then they had an AK. Then they robbed these 2 policemen at EcoBank, and they had 3 AKs. Then they robbed pump-action guns from every single bank that they went to. And even at the Winneba place, is it MRP Bank or something? The Winneba Bank, no. The only reason, and again, this is why we need to equip our police, the only reason they were not apprehended was that when the police patrol team was notified that there was a robbery in progress and they were shot at, so they had to take cover.
Is it that they didn't have something as basic as stuff that will protect them?
They do, but you see, why if you have something that will protect you, are you not coming in a car? What kind of car are you coming in? You're coming in a normal pickup.
But they should be getting down to shoot. They should be sitting in air condition to fight.
I'm even surprised because I think the police have they have all these Navaras and all of that.
There is a certain place in Congo called Goma.
Goma.
Goma Airport is now deserted. Do you know what happened? When the M23 rebels were coming, soldiers who have sworn to protect the country ran away because they're human beings.
And because the M23 rebels
because they are human beings who lied that they will protect the country but ran away.
They were outgunned.
Let me give you a good thing. I was living at Dansuman.
Okay.
Then thieves came and stole my things at night. The security was there. I heard him shouting, Julo, Julo, Julo. Then, to cut a long story short, the police came and we were talking, blah, blah, blah. And he was teaching me how to handle yourself when thieves come around as a security. How you must see to it that you hide somewhere. And so that they will not kill you.
That's the whole point.
I sacked him the following day.
Oh,
but why? You are there to guard my place. If I'm looking for something.
Have you equipped him to guard your place? Have you given him a gun?
That is one requests that, okay, these are the things I need to protect you. You don't just show up. We don't have security. Some of us, we have watchmen.
Oh. You have Atongo and you have Wache.
Yeah, Wache.
But what these people were not just robbers, they were armed robbers.
That's why we have armed services.
Yes.
The reason why we would call the police is because we are confident of the fact that, one, they are trained to handle armed robbers.
Right. Thank you.
Right? And so under no circumstance should we now be thinking, okay, the police people are running away because of
they were not running away.
No, I mean in a situation like because you just mentioned that the M23
they were shot
rebels
at. There was
all of that.
The M23 rebels were better. They had superior guns. You see, the point of being a soldier or being a policeman is not that you are so courageous that you can confront bullets or people with fearlessly. It's that you can repel them. And so when you sense that, okay, I don't have enough firepower to stand these people, you live to fight another day. You don't go and die.
Well, that's true.
In military, there's always such a thing as retreating. Why are you retreating? You are retreating because you live to fight another day.
But I thought they are the one who said no retreat, no surrender.
Sometimes there are missions like that. There are missions that you are going, you know that you won't come back. You know that this one I'm going, I won't come because there's nothing like retreat. I'm going. If they kill me, you want to overwhelm them, right? So if you go, they kill you, more people, till they are fed up, and then they overrun you. There are missions like that. And you see, if you have a relative who's in the military and is going for such a mission, you see how it feels. You know, sometimes we push some of these security agencies to do certain things that if they were our relatives, we would not ask them to do those kinds of things.
That's why we don't let our relative join that.
Yes, we don't, because he goes out when he says, whenever your husband says, honey, I'm going to work, and then you don't feel comfortable. Right. Because you feel like this might be the last time I see this guy, you know. And so these are human beings. That's the reason when they are coming to chase robbers. One day I asked one of the top policemen in the country, why is it that when you're coming to address robberies, so you come with siren? He said the sirens are a deterrent. When they hear the woo, 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 they run away.
So they expect them to run away instead of being arrested.
That's because they're human beings. Okay? The point is to foil the robbery. The point is to not... And there's this axiom in, what do you call it, in forensic science, that it is better to let a guilty person walk than to convict an innocent person.
Yes, I know.
Far better.
Yeah, but so, knowing that he's an armed robber inside there, and making them wait so that he will run away, that's a very counterproductive.
You see, this one that they were caught, they were not caught in the process of robbery. It's months of extensive,
6 months, actually.
Yes, intelligence operations. And I keep saying, these intelligence operations are so done under very impoverished circumstances. We don't have much. But look at what we've been able to do. Just imagine if you equip us with like better camera systems. You know, we have better monitoring systems. Our policemen are better paid. You know, we have more equipment, more patrol cars.
Ambassador.
Oh. Come on now. We'll be doing more. The police. Oh, come on.
The PR for the security.
I'm submitting your name, please.
Just imagine. We have only one forensics lab in the country. Ghana Police Forensics Lab is one. It serves the entire country and West Africa too. Yes, you see samples from Nigeria.
That's very sophisticated then.
No, not
because it can serve the whole West Africa.
Yes, we have
Ghana, we are powerful.
We have good equipment, but the people there too are overwhelmed because there are only so many machines over there with only so many people. And then this
so we need more police.
We need more policemen. We need more facilities like that.
Facilities.
We need more facilities. If we had one forensic lab per region,
but you know,
or even per zone, northern, central, and
talk
south.
to DNA. Talk to Pastor Daves. They will join the police if we really need more police. I mean, we all are ready to go.
There are people who are willing to come.
And we are ready. That's what I'm telling you.
You are willing to go.
DNA is good.
Even the protocol lists that, I mean, so we bring people into these services who originally should not be there.
Even with that
but
one.
Are there because probably they know somebody or they
even with that one, we are still not enough.
It's not about that. You see, my point is that even if you bring 1,000 people who don't have the heart for the job,
right,
you are equal to someone who is
exactly.
But you know that in forces like the police, immigration, army, and so on, it's obey before you complain, right? You are when you're under instruction or you're under orders, you can't say you won't go. If you don't have the heart, you shouldn't have come. That's the whole point.
Oh, but
there's
most
so many
people
soldiers
don't have the heart, and then they are.
Yes, but there's so many soldiers.
The same thing for nurses, remember?
True.
Because it's a ready job.
Nurses, there's nothing like hierarchy and command. Nothing like that. Everybody does what they like.
That's not true.
It's true. It's not true. A nurse cannot be ordered to do something. No,
it's true.
That is never true.
No.
Then what are in charges doing? In
charges issue directives.
What is the Ghana Health Directorate doing?
Okay, this is what I mean. If you tell a nurse to do something, okay, let me give you one scenario. One day there was a medical emergency in the night. All right. And then there were supposed to be some nurses to escort the person in an ambulance to a certain facility in Accra because they were better equipped to handle that kind of emergency. And the in charge was called and said, can you please give us 2 nurses to escort this person? The in charge opened her mouth and said, that nurses are not available. There were nurses there. And he said, hey, what do you mean? They said they won't go. I've told them, they said they will not go. Military. You said what? No, you said what?
You see, so my point.
You said you will not go.
No, the thing is,
who bore you?
You see, from what you're saying.
Yes.
They said the in charge. They asked the in charge.
Yes.
And she says there are no nurses
available.
That means that the in charge made a decision that my people are not going.
She said she asked them.
No, because you see,
and they said
if there is a working system, which there should be, ideally, if you're in charge, the name there is not for aesthetics.
True, but
it is for the people to follow instruction. That's how come when you are in a ward and certain things happen, there's a hierarchy of reporting.
Right.
So when you write your reports and everything, and then you are even handing over and all of that, there's a way that stuff must be done. And that's why people actually go to work a lot of times. Some of them skip their leaves and all because they want to end up being in charges. It's a position that must be guarded. And these in charges have rules because they also have other people that they report to. So my point is, it's not about the system not allowing not giving the people the chance to do what they have to. It is the truancy of these same people in these positions.
And I'm saying that
it doesn't negate the fact that there are laws.
Good. I'm saying what you're saying. I agree with everything. And in addition to that, I'm saying that truancy you are talking about, it cannot exist in the military or the police.
That's also
it can't. That's I didn't have the heart for it. This is what I signed up. One time, there were some soldiers who demonstrated. Some people who they've not even picked you. They've not even picked you. You say you are whatever. You are demonstrating inhumane conditions. You think the military is a vacation spot?
You think it's GPRT?
Can you imagine? Everybody was sacked. Because you need to understand that you are swearing to die.
Right.
You haven't even counted your life as something precious. You are giving it away. The opportunity has not come for you to die, doesn't mean that you can misbehave. But the main point of you coming is to come and die. That's why you are here, to lose your life. So certain things should not be a problem for you. When in the medical profession, they say, I'll not do this or I'll not do that. There are sanctions.
Yes.
But, the sanctions do not go. Some people don't even fear the sanctions.
Well, because they feel like, not that they're indispensable, but they are understaffed, and so yes, and I'm doing this for some time now.
No matter how understaffed the military is, discipline is foremost.
Exactly. For that one,
anyway.
And not just the military, the police, the immigration, the security services.
Yeah.
Discipline is number one. You can't come and do what you like. You can't break the chain of command. You cannot break your rank. So what I'm saying is that let's equip these guys. And the reason they are not taking more policemen is that there's no money to pay. There's no money to pay. Because before you say you are going to recruit, you need clearance from Parliament, I hope you know. And Parliament has to say that, okay, you can recruit 600 more people, and we've approved this much to be added to the budget, and then you can recruit. You can't just get up and say you're going to recruit. And sometimes that's the issue with the military. The military, yesterday, no, I can't say that. The military has been crying for more people. I don't know if you know about that.
Yes, you mentioned
for more people. That our military is small. Our strength is weak. We don't have strength. In the military, you don't have strength. It means you don't have men.
The numbers, yeah.
The numbers are low. But it's not like the government doesn't want to do it too. You bring numbers now. Where can you pay them?
Anyway.
So let's try. Mr. Tete Yohonu, I understand his intelligence was really solid on this one. They tracked the people from Ashanti to Bono to Central to Eastern to Accra to Ashanti again. And they rounded all of them up simultaneously. Charlie, round of applause for the Ghana Police Service.
Ghana Police. Yes. I was actually thinking, when you mentioned that the military, like they are signing up to die.
Right.
I was talking to some, pastor friends of mine, and I was telling them that this call is a call to die.
Yeah.
And they didn't seem to get it.
It's like being a pastor or being a Christian. When you sign up to be a pastor,
because we are the anti-militia, right? But we don't seem to get it. I don't know whether we need
the word witness.
Right.
In Greek,
to die.
Yeah.
To die, right? So how come we don't get it? It's like we have like very
Gen Z. It is powerful.
It is, and you see, because we don't have the understanding of we've been called to die, you see, it affects our behavior.
Yes,
it affects our mindset. It affects. We are so at peace in this world. We are so comfortable. My God.
And we don't want to.
And we like the glitz and glamour, the glory that comes with it. The glitter shoes and then the Chinese food.
The 3G, right? The girls' golden glory.
Mercy, Jesus.
See, two pastors are fighting over members.
No way.
Because they forgotten that it's a call to die. And a dead man doesn't enjoy certain things.
Right. What's somebody may never die.
Oh, a man sentenced to death sitting down, then a girl who's not wearing clothes is coming, shaking about us. He's not moved.
Right.
Where his mind is not even.
We are too alive, aren't we?
Come on now.
Aren't we? Mercy on us. Mercy on us. Anyway, we are not getting into baptisms of suffering and things now. We just move on with our life.
More support for the Ghana police.
Yeah.
Corporate societies, those with corporate social responsibility, those who are manufacturing cars, who have come to Ghana, they say they want to open plants and all these other things.
Don't go far. Just go to Kantanka. You just need
Kantanka. I don't know. We need to patronize Kantanka,
yeah, exactly.
not the other way around. You know, I'm talking about VW. You know, all those people that are looking for markets in Ghana. When you come, try and give them security services cars, immigration, fire service, give them some pickups, you know. Corporate social responsibility is mandated. Everybody is supposed to do it.
Yeah.
MTN and all these other big companies, please, we beg you. We really, really beg you. Help. Think about the security services, because when you are sleeping and you hear goo, you are going to call 18555, isn't it?
First, I'll call Jesus. I'll call you. That's the very first number I'll dial.
And if you are in trouble, right, you want to call the police, is 18555.
Okay, I think you should put it there.
555. 18555 is toll free.
Okay.
It will take you to the call center.
What does toll free mean?
It means you don't pay. You don't pay. There's nothing like I don't have credit. I don't have credit. It's nothing like that. So 18555. They go directly to the police, a call center, wherever you are. Then they dispatch, they connect to whoever is there. And it works. I've tried it before. Right. A friend of mine was kidnapped. They rescued her in 2 hours.
In 2 hours, yes, he told me.
So Ghana police there. Brakadesh.
My God.
They kidnapped me for what?
She came to church and she was going home.
And they kidnapped her.
And then they took her.
But is it that important?
No, I mean, sometimes they kidnap people for blood money, sextortion, those things.
Okay.
And I think her case was a case of sextortion.
Mercy.
As a woman?
Yeah, a lady. So they'll do something sexual with you, they'll record it, and then they'll use it to take money from you till you die.
Yeah.
Wow.
They'll blackmail you with it. What a world. Anyway, but Jesus gives us peace, amen. Let's get on with rivers, forests to become security zones. Amen. Is the military ready? Do you have logistics for that? Because we don't want to hear that excuse. That's what I'm
why are you saying amen then?
Exactly. I mean, because then if you know that it's not going to work, don't give us false hope. Lance Minister hints in intensified Galamsey fight. You know that we can't do this fight without the military, without all the security services. So please, and you are the same people calling for state of emergency. So please get to work.
What it means.
Get to work. Now the government will soon declare all rivers and forests in Ghana as security. All rivers in Ghana as security zones as part of a renewed effort to combat illegal mining, popularly known as Galamsey. Lands and Minerals Resources Minister Emmanuel Ama Kofi Boa announced the measure, warning that anyone caught engaging in illegal mining within these protected areas will do so at their own risk.
This is water.
Yeah, that's water. Yesterday, I think I would have to run the stats by you. The figures that came from the EPA, and how much
Mercury.
Mercury, there is, I think the basic one should be 0.2, but we have about 1,000 something. That'll take about 300 years for the water to regain color, and then it will take about 50 extra years for...
That is if you follow natural process.
Yes. And I'm not sure we are equipped to actually go through the artificial, all of that. But let me just get back to reading the news. We're moving, he says, and I quote, we're moving another step further. And that step says that we're going to declare all water bodies and our forest security zones. And you stay there and engage in illegal mining. You stay there and engage in illegal mining at your own risk. That is a step, he said on a sister station's breakfast show, that's GOtv. Now, when the president said that we're going to use all steps, that's what he meant. I'm so confident. How can people leave red zones for you when you come and clear within 9 months? And those who have caused the damage have the audacity to be talking. He's getting political now. Touching on arrests made so far, the minister revealed that cases are at various stages of prosecution, with the Attorney General personally handling the matter. So I think basically that's it. That's the crux of the matter. Yes, we have a Galamsey court, some courts that were set up to deal with these issues. So he's saying that, yes, all the cases are going through the various processes. But here it is. Rivers Forest are soon to become security zones. That's what the land forest needs. He didn't give us dates. He didn't give us timelines. So that's like limited something to work with.
Yeah, if it's that's what's going to work for us. We are hoping and praying because we are sick and tired of being sick and tired.
Right.
It's already too much already. So we are hoping and praying that what Amakofi Boy is saying, I really believe the government have good intention. One thing though, that I thought that when the government came in and realized the money that could come out of that, and the money he's going to lose if in case he takes certain measures, he realized that, Charlie, let me slow down. And it's not helping us. I heard Oliver Vomao.
Baka
Vomao. Today, actually, he is one of the people my respect for him have jumped over the roof. Seriously. I'd always thought that he's one of the NDC people who are working behind the scene making too much noise. But he had proven me seriously wrong. And I like what he was talking about today. As I heard it from City FM, that he is saying, no matter what this government do, and whatever riches and whatnot he will bring to this country, if you will not be able to solve the Galamsey problem, it's going to be a dent on his presidency, his legacy, I should say. And I kind of really like it. I kind of really like it. So I'm hoping that Martin Pegu also will join suit.
Yeah, Martin Pegu, wasn't very loyal.
He was my all-time, but now I'm disappointed with him. Even when he was doing the position that they gave him. That way they were arresting people.
Is it the oral people?
Oral.
Yeah.
I was happy, but I realized that no, things that he used to fight against, now he's either softening it or quiet about it or giving some excuses, and it's not helping. But Oliver Baka Vomao had really proven that yes, he's a statesman, and I hope and pray that it's not because maybe they didn't give him what he had wanted. That's why he's speaking.
It's always been like that.
I mean,
it's always been like that. You can't buy him.
Well, let me take you through the mercury contamination the report. Okay. Now, the Ashanti region's Konongo Zongo recorded the highest soil mercury levels, with a mean concentration of 55.4 parts per million, that's ppm, more than 560% above the safe guideline for playground soil, that is 10 ppm, and a maximum reading of 1,342 ppm. So we should be looking at 10 ppm for safe. But now we are at 1,342 ppm. Now in the Western region, air mercury levels, the last time I was talking about this,
yes,
I didn't even know that there was something as dangerous as air mercury. So if you are just walking in the area and breathing like the normal being you are carrying things along. Air mercury levels at Wasa, Kwenyako. Average.
I've not seen it, but that's what I think it is. This is serious crucifixion. He crucified the name.
Forgive my error self. Averaged 1.84. I don't know how to read this, but exceeding Ghana's permissible standard of just 1. Can you help me with that?
Microgram per meter cube.
Okay. Microgram per meter cube. So we're expecting just 1, but now the average is 1.84, with peak measurements reaching an extreme of 150.
Wow.
Linked to gold melting.
Wow.
This is where we are. While mercury in fish samples remain below, World Health Organization limits, experts warn that the limited sample size prevented conclusive safety assessment. So this is how far even their system can go. Do you understand? And this is where we are because of Galamsey.
You know, there was a report by Beatrice Lai last week in the Daily Graphic where she said something very alarming. The entire report was very alarming, that air pollution is now the #1 killer in Ghana.
Wow.
Above HIV. Kills air pollution is killing more people than HIV. Then we also heard last week that these heavy metals have seeped into basic foodstuffs like kontomire,
yes,
and cocoyam, and
yes,
cassava. And so it has become unsafe for consumption. And some people are already giving birth to deformed babies in some mining areas.
Yes.
And one grandmother of such a baby was protesting, was part of those protesting. Let me speak directly to the president. Ora John Mahama. Yura John Mahama. It was reported yesterday by Global Info Analytics that his approval rating has dropped from 73% to 67%. You see the margin? 73%, 67%. For the first time in the history of our country, we have all 16 regions recording majority approval rating or positive approval rating. So that's a good thing for him. But to drop from 73 in, I think, July, and we're in September, and you are at 63, you see, you are going down. And the topmost issue that people cite is Galamsey. What is a state of emergency? When we say you are in a state of emergency, we are talking about the government having the power to bypass standard procedures so that they can quickly allocate resources and exert extreme reactions in some cases to something that is very threatening. And yes. And there's a couple of things that warrant a state of emergency. One of them is man-made disasters. And when your resources are threatened, you have things like your water getting... It's something... Whatever is causing the pollution, you must declare state of emergency such that security apparatus and agencies will bypass that normal procedure of, oh, let's go to parliament, let's go, and we will bypass all that. We will empower them and give them the authority, shoot to kill. You see anybody doing Galamsey, just kill the person, and it's allowed. You will not be charged for murder. Because the person is not... If you are killing somebody, yesterday I was watching a documentary, a guy who was, or it was a movie, a guy who had been caught. He was an emissary. He was a, what do you call that? A hitman, a contract killer.
Yeah.
So the police finally caught up with him. And then he decided that he was sitting in a car, okay, he was surrounded, light was on, everything. He was considering his options and he was saying that, Charlie, considering the number of people I've killed, I think this state too, they don't have, right now we don't have death penalty.
Yeah.
They won't give me death penalty. Even if they say sentence to death, it is actually life. And for me to go and be in prison for life,
go through all that pain,
I think I'll die. So he died by suicide by cop. So when they said, come out with your hands raised, he came out with a gun and then he was shot and killed. And in his opinion, that was better. My point is this. Sometimes killing somebody that fast is better than killing somebody like this.
Right.
You will get sickness, mercury here. Do you know what air mercury is? Concentration of mercury to the point that it becomes airborne.
It's evaporated into
mercury is a metal.
Atmosphere.
And then now it's in the atmosphere because it's so concentrated in an area. I really don't know what else. You don't have water to drink. What else is an emergency? If you don't have water to drink and you say it's not an emergency, what again is an emergency? You don't water. You can survive without food for maybe 14, 21 days, 40 days you can go. But without water, by 7 days you are gone. You can't survive without water. And if your water resources are being threatened and you say, we haven't really reached a stage of whatever. We haven't Blue Water Guard, that is not even armed. Blue Water Guard, that's your response.
Yes, blue as the color.
When you did the Meet the Press and I said I was disappointed, that was why. That was why. Because it's like he's become very soft on the issue.
Yeah.
He can't really tell. And somebody was telling me that I think the thing hasn't reached Accra. That's why he's behaving like that. So those people, Accra is not Ghana. I keep saying, Ghana is not Accra and Kumasi. There are other places. So Kwenyaku water treatment plant that has shut down, what are you trying to tell the people there? They don't have water all the way from the Kwenyaku side through the central region all the way to Kaswa. There will not be any water. And these people will have to be rationing. Some may even have to resort to groundwater, boreholes and other things. So if you don't have money to go and drill borehole, that's it.
So we are looking at the increased number of cholera cases.
Cholera, diarrhea, what do you call deformities, and also we are in for strange diseases.
Right.
Because these chemicals are not chemicals that the combination of those chemicals are not chemicals that we ingest in this part of the world. We don't ingest. It's not something. It's new to us. Our bodies will react very violently. You will have sicknesses that you can't explain.
That maybe might be cancerous.
And this is what the devil will now exploit and use it to establish a sickness base in this country. Now it gets to a point that we never stop curing sicknesses. You are always in hospital for one thing or the other. And there are certain sicknesses too that spread by someone being sick. Then you too become sick. You haven't gone anywhere. You've not done anything. Just because you sat in trouble with somebody who has a certain sickness, then you too have. Then you take it to your place. Then you go and say, look.
Maybe that's what the Mahama care is for. So whilst we do the galamsey, we give you, we use the money
to cure you.
To cure you, so you don't die. You just go to a little pain. I mean, what else can I say? Think about it. I have a fund that would, sort your sickness out. Let me just take the gold, 4, 6 more. I'll use the mama care. So it's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. And then we are going in a very Ghanaian mindset, expecting that Africa will grow.
There is a scripture, I think it's in verse 15. It says, it's better for you to have little with peace than for you to have much with trouble. That we are not a rich country. When I hear some of the things that some of my friends are facing in the US, you are sitting at your somewhere. You've not done anything to anybody. Just because your skin color is like mine.
Is black.
Then you are under pressure. You are sitting in your somewhere. You've not done anything. Just because your skin color is the way like mine, then they are doing this to you. They are doing that to you. And now everything is about that. Everything is about that. It is ingrained into their politics, their social life. Why won't you stay in your country? Because conditions here are not really good. That's why we will not stay in our country. But even with all our conditions that are not good, no. Charlie, if I'm hungry, I will go to Oyarifa to go and eat at Dr. Piakumi's house.
Hey, will you have money to pick a car?
Oh,
why would you use the transportation to Bangobe?
Because
he is like a Filipino who was struggling so much, and a Korean gave him 10,000 won. He was so happy. He thanked his God, everything. He took a taxi of 51 pesos to go and change the money, for 50 pesos.
I cancel out. When you're here.
The money that you used to take a car, you would have eaten a chop agata.
Oh.
Get Banku and Fetri.
I know, right?
The food I eat at your house, the money too rich.
It's what?
Don't transfer from here to Oyarifa, no. The amount of food if I use that money to go and buy the gobe, it will reach me. How many days can I? And when I go to Dr. Pierre Gumi's house, I'm going to just eat.
You want to sleep over?
I will eat and do take away. You are joking.
It depends on the food there. If you can eat the Asian food.
I will share. The Bible says that Proverbs 27 verse 7, it says for a person who had food to eat, or is a satisfied person, he loves honey, but to a hungry man, every bitter thing is sweet. Every bitter thing, you are talking about Asian food. It's even exotic. It's not even Ghanaian.
I know, right?
The play. I will eat and take some home. Yes.
It feels really different.
Look, we are playing with this thing too much.
Let's see.
Whoever you are, you've got to take money from some galamseyers, receiving money. God will punish you. Anybody who is doing that thing, you are going to take money from galamseyers or any kind of thing.
Of people's lives.
Yes, or any big man sitting. I'm waiting for the media houses, Dominion TV and Co. That you go and investigate this issue and bring out the big men in Accra sitting air condition who are sponsoring this.
Don't stress. What happened to Professor Frimpong's report? What happened
that was
to
under a different tenure.
Manasseh Azuri's
different tenure.
It's not about different tenure. It is about the attitude, the mindset.
So we will stop fighting. Is that what you're saying? We should stop fighting.
No, it's not about that.
Then we'll
you
fight.
see, because if you are now waiting for, when was that? The Speaker of Parliament, Abong Bagwin, he actually mentioned it in Parliament. He said that you know yourselves.
You are sitting here.
You see, and you are here. You are sitting here. Someone made a comment in Parliament that you muddied the waters more than us.
Can you imagine?
They know themselves. It is not any journalist that's bringing a list for them to now come and use him as, I don't even know how to say it.
Scapegoat.
A scapegoat. You know,
do you know
ask the journalists what they go through when they follow to just go to a galamsey site. It is a life and death issue. But my point is that the mindset of the Ghanaian, these are one of the things that if you read the manifesto of the movements for change. I think the number 6, he had a book of 10 ideas that he wanted to do. Number 6 is about change of mindsets, and I thought that was really beautiful because people are not even bold to talk about the Ghanaian mindset. One, we have nice policies, and then we wait when we come into power before we now structure to see whether the policy is viable and all of that. Time is already going. Then when we finish getting it, then we say that give us more time for more to do something. Then we don't get to do it, and then we are out of office. Yes, thank you. I'm just talking like a Ghanaian.
I agree with what you're saying. But one of the things that Ghanaians also have going for us is when we are fed up and angry with something, right? Kwame Nkrumah's birthday was over the weekend. I think it was on Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday 21st. His birthday was celebrated even more in Congo and Uganda than Ghana. And I was even wondering what he has even done for Congo. I got to know that, he really helped Congo. He said something, Kwame Nkrumah. He said, one thing you should never underestimate is the anger of the Ghanaian people. They'll give you a long rope. But when they get fed up, and the reason I know it's true is that a certain political party now doesn't have even up to 90 seats in parliament. See, when we turn on you, it go over you.
My point is that
it go over you.
When
we haven't gotten there yet.
We tend to different places and seeing same result.
What I'm saying is that we are not angry yet.
Where we voted against people, took them out of power, put confidence in other people. They came and did close to us.
We have not
and then now we've changed our course, haven't we? The last time Dr. Piakubi was saying that he and his house, he could literally write a scripture and say that me and my house were voting against this government because they wanted to see change. Where is the change? How much time do we have to wait for a change? And here he is talking about Galamsey.
Again.
You know, that is my point. So it's not about the thumb anymore. It's as though our thumb doesn't have so much power. Because we give power to people who are just, they said, Bible says that Elijah was a man of like passion.
Yes.
Like passion. What are we looking at? And then some people will sit somewhere and say that, okay, if it were you, I mean, you don't know what happens in these offices. When you leave your house and then we vote for you, get there, so as if stuff has changed. It's not that stuff has changed. People just get greedy when they get to certain places. And these things must be dealt with. It's not about the thumb anymore.
Archbishop has been saying something. He's been saying it a lot too. He said the reason you are praying the way you are praying, when we go for prayer and we are not praying well, he said the reason you are praying the way you are praying is it hasn't touched you.
It's not personal.
And then he will quote all the time. He will quote Genesis 27:40. He said, Isaac said to Esau, as for the blessing, I've given it to your younger brother. But this is what I can say to you. You will serve him and his yoke will be on you. But when you grow restless, when you become tired of the nonsense, you will shake the thing off and you will be free. We haven't gotten there yet. We haven't gotten
restless. Almost there. You know, I was telling last week, Tuesday.
Yes.
When Ibrahim Traore came to Ghana, Independence Square, people who were, he got the loudest applaud.
Yes.
And that one, or the chair,
right.
They were not MPP people.
Yes, NDC.
It was NDC people. No, we have come to a point that, as I said, myself, I was just so disappointed with the MPP government because of what they were doing. The attitude, the arrogance, and all that. Then I decided I will personally, I will vote for NDC. So much so that, in fact, even just recently, there are some of them calling me. They thought that I'm an NDC man because I really wanted to make sure that they lose, and they lose big. And thank God it happened. And then this president came, and we see what is happening. And I was telling him, I heard about a prominent statesman who told me, he said, Justice, the way our hope and everything is on President Mahama, if he fails us, we can't trust politicians anymore. So this is not MPP and DStv.
Yes.
These two guys, if Afenyamaki call themselves the political, fraternity or whatever you call them, a class, the political class have to come and say, Charlie, the way the things are going, let's come together and do something.
Right.
Because we are about to not vote them out. We are about to kick them out. I don't want to say kill them out. But it sounds like that.
True. I agree 100%. If this thing doesn't work with Mahama, it will not work with any politician.
No.
We need to, and this is what I'm talking about the media houses for. Once we start seeing that the MP for this place is implicated, MP for that place is implicated, MP for this place is implicated, and sometimes we'll be surprised that some of these people are the very ones who are sitting shouting about Galamsey.
Of course.
Saying Galamsey, this Galamsey. Maybe they are even the ones doing it.
Of course.
And if that is the case, and you get the Ghanaian people angry, and we get to that point.
I know Osofu who fired than any other, but preach holiness than any other.
Meanwhile.
But he fired everyone. And preach more holiness.
That's all I was saying.
There was news yesterday.
That's all I was saying.
Malawi. No, it wasn't Malawi.
About what?
That there was a referendum that they wanted to bring in a military rule.
Hey.
And they voted. They needed 50.1% votes. But then they got 90% vote. I'm actually coming there. I spoke about this yesterday because I was linking it to what Dr. Piakubi said. I was asking Reverend BB that if we are seeing this in other countries and we are applauding Ibrahim Traore and all these military juntas because we have sort of lost confidence in what we brought in as democracy, what then, if it's happening in other African countries, what would happen to us at the point of disappointment?
Guinea's referendum. Is it Guinea?
Yes.
Yeah. So, 91.4% turnout recorded.
Right? They only needed 50. So that means that the confidence in civilian rule
is eroding.
You know, and that is my question. That what then would happen to us after this tenure, and we feel like, okay, we can't give it to MPP, we can't give it to NDC, probably because they are the same people. What then would be the resolve?
Wow.
That is the question we must
Guinea.
start asking us.
And you know, this is very significant to Ghana also because Guinea is in West Africa. We are in the ECOWAS sub-region with them.
It's Guinea, right?
Guinea, yes.
Guinea.
Yeah. And they were voting on whether or not to retain the junta, the military junta, and they overwhelmingly said, "Oh yeah, we love it. We like what you're seeing. It's action oriented. It is action oriented. It is something that we need in Ghana desperately. We don't need talkers and communicators and people who know how to crack jokes when things are serious. And it's nice until it is not nice. It's okay until it's not okay. You see, my friends in the NDC, and I have friends in the NDC, who like to just defend every government policy thoughtlessly. Everything that President Mahama says, you just jump. It's like you don't think again. Because you're in power, your brain has vanished. And you can't see a threat when you see it. Now we are all talking about Galamsey, and you are behaving as if, you know, you are not part.
It's not that deep.
It's not that deep. Why are you people shouting? You hear people, you hear people that were campaigning for power just a few months ago.
Joining demonstrations.
Now, those same people are singing a different song. Or, you know, we trust the president, you know. We trust the president to solve the situation. You know,
the same with the LGBT thing.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen of the press, we have everything under control. We are working on it. There is no need to stir. You see, there is no need to stir up public panic.
Fear
and panic. Hey! We are fretting now.
Interesting.
Okay. You will hear from our native doctors.
But I mean, we really need to look at this because, I mean, it's not everyone that can import water. The old woman who was part of the demonstration, she says that she's there for her grandkids.
Look.
And all she wants is that her grandkids will breathe good air and drink safe water. That's all she's asking. And she says that she wants them to grow to become nice like Farida Mahama.
Ow.
I remember.
And it is not too much to ask.
Have you been out of Accra lately, like been to the Volta region?
No.
No. A friend of mine in Sunyani said, Paddy, when I got to the Sunyani place, he said the air is different.
It's not clean.
When the air is clean, you can tell. Oh, our air is not clean. Our air is not clean. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to grow restless on these people. And not restless so as to go out on the street to take up arms, to loot shops, and to cause distraction. No. Restless so as to add our voices and express our deep displeasure at what is going on. And let the president know that, look, we voted for you because we saw you to be our hope. We voted for you this massively because we felt the previous government was not doing right by us.
Hope deferred.
Hope deferred make the heart sick. Oh, yeah, that was sick. Yeah, near Brian Pacho. Now so can help it. That is a hope deferred. Why now I hope deferred no? What's the one hope deferred no?
Yeah, they are deferring hope.
They are deferring your hope. It's true.
Hope as was hope deferred.
Don't worry, but hope make it not ashamed. For the love of Christ, spread across.
Especially the young people, the next generation who, you know, we watch the news and then we want to be apolitical.
Right, we just shove it off our shoulders.
You think that talking about some of these things is political. Wait till you open your tap and you see cocoa brown water coming out.
Just they're out here in social.
It's not going to work, man. It's not going to work. We need to awake, you know.
Wake up,
Africa. We need to wake up. All of us need to wake up and smell the coffee.
Well, something that seems to be good news in the pipeline. I think we can tackle that and then we call. Pay railway workers before resuming trains. TUC wants government. So we should be resuming our train system. You know, I think we'll start using from Easting to Ashanti region, thereabout. Now, the Ghana Trades Union Congress has warned the Ministry of Transport and Ghana Railway Development Authority against operating the country's trains without resolving outstanding labor issues with workers. And my thought was, we had railway workers from when till now? What have they been doing?
They've been working.
What are yeah, we just pray that no car, don't have any cars. It's better than no sky train. If you don't have sky train, don't have F train.
Look at some cars that are on the rail.
Right? We shouldn't have any car, any accident in the name of Jesus.
No, I mean the train cars.
No, my point is, you know, we had this thing before. We tested trains that we bought from Poland. This comes as the authority announced the passenger services on the Tema-Mpakadan corridor will resume October 1st, 2025.
Oh, wow.
Now, speaking to the press on Wednesday, September 24, 2025, in Accra, the Secretary General of TUC, Joshua Ansah, urged the government to address the grievances of Railway Workers Union of Ghana, whose members have gone 12 months without salaries. My point is, have they worked? Has there been a job?
You have them on payroll. You can ask that question.
Okay. But I still would ask these questions. So, warning that running the service without the operator would be unsustainable and unfair to workers. And another question is that how much education, how much training have they received? Because if they are coming with a very old mindset, I don't remember the last time we operated a train. So if all these people are still working with a train, how well equipped are they? How up to date are they to come in? As this is how we used to do it in the 80s and spoil our train for us. Let's just
hopefully.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping.
Yes. Hopefully.
These are good people. These are people who actually know. See, we have certain experts in Ghana that we don't even know that we have.
Really? Tell us about it.
And the opportunity for them to apply their trade is just not there. When such people go out of the country, a friend of mine went out of the country recently and he had 3 job offers immediately.
Why? Because he was good for it.
He's good. He's good. In Ghana, there were certain areas I didn't even know he was that good in. There were plants that were seeking his expertise. And I was like, he was telling me, I was like, hey, I didn't even know that I could do these things. He said, yeah, but in Ghana, there's no avenue for me to do.
And did he study for it here?
Yes, he did.
So we have educational system.
But our polytechnics are solid, though. Our technical universities are really solid. Just that we don't really have...
Even our theological education are
very
for Ghana education, we are not bad.
We are solid, but we don't have avenues to explore. You know, and again, when we talk about the mindset problem, we are talking about the fact that Ghanaians discount themselves a lot. We discount ourselves a lot. We always feel like because of 1 or 2 instances of incompetence from certain Ghanaians, then it means the majority of the Ghanaians are incompetent. It's not true. We were just talking about how the police were able to arrest these people with the kind of resources that they have.
Limited resources. I'll continue to say it because the police needs to be better equipped. Right. The pay needs to be, if they are more incentivized, they'll be more motivated. Morale will be high. Yes, you know, and so they need to be better paid. We need to give them better accommodation, their quarters and their barracks. We need to give them, you know, and I'm not just talking about the police, all the security services. They do, see, the problems of the security services and some of these, even doctors,
Do you know there's some doctors who have not been paid almost a year now? For almost a year.
We didn't talk about lecturers who have not been paid for about 2 years now. Telling you.
Does it? And it's there you're free.
My reward is in heaven as a preacher, not as a teacher. They should give me my money.
They should give you your money.
2 years.
Yeah, telling you.
24 months.
Now you hear it.
Look, there are many doctors, especially. You can't play those games with them.
Right.
If doctors decide to go on strike, who will be the ones to be begging? Doctors have not been paid. Railway workers have not been paid. Which other people have not been paid?
My teachers.
Nurses?
Teachers have not been paid.
Now you're talking.
I don't know about some nurses have not been paid, but these are the ones I know about. Doctors, railway workers, and nurses.
Teachers.
And teachers. And
Private
teachers.
school university teachers.
Private school, private school university.
They are not part of the payroll.
For it, they are not Ghanaians.
No, when you're gonna vote.
Okay, for the fact that you're Ghanaian, we'll add it to the list just so you
go
feel.
and speak to your employers.
There's that inclusion.
We're talking about accountant, controller.
Controller
voice doctors and then now railway workers. Right. We beg. Please do the right thing. It is not very. Have you worked without pay before?
Yes.
Okay. You see how you go.
I'm still working without.
You go and ask your mother for money for transport, and your mother is wondering.
Sad part. I mean, both my parents are dead.
Can you imagine? So you there, you have to be lying. You have to be telling like, hey, yesterday the roof caved in. So I can't come. Yes.
I lost my purse.
I lost my purse. I can't come. My shoe heel is broken on the road, so I'm going back. Jesus. You know, you would turn to a professional liar. Because the truth of the matter is, you don't have transport. You need transport. It's not a cool thing. And these are people that are expected to dress up, show up, and then eat, be healthy, and maintain a positive attitude on a job. You can't eat your cake and have it. You know, do you know the funny thing? You call controller now, they have very nice grammar to make you look and sound stupid. It's like you don't know what you're saying. Right. You don't know what you're saying. Do you know what we are going through? Do you know what is happening? Why are you talking like that? You know, there are issues and the fundamentals and the exchange rates and the, Charlie, by the time you realize you even feel stupid for raising the issue. We won't take it anymore, guys. Pay the railway workers. Everything that we want to work in Ghana here, and in fact, anything I want to do as human beings is dependent on funds, money. There's a proverb in Chi that says, this kind of, you know, nice things that we see. It is money that we used to do. It is not. It's even an aberration of the original. Oh wow! Is this a Ghanaian?
Now you're talking. The first one they just.
Oh, is this real?
It looks AI to me though.
Oh, is it real?
I said it looks AI to me.
It's real?
It's real.
Is it? No, I think it's AI.
No, it's not AI.
It's real? Oh wow! Tell me, but this is the kinds of trains we need here.
So the other one you were praising, I told you it was horrible. Now
yes. Which railway is it? I would like to try this one. Please, which rail is it? Wherever side.
Wait, you can join them.
Goes to Oyarifa, Dr. Pia could be
Charlie, but if we have some of, like even Accra Kumasi, this Accra Kumasi or Accra Cape Coast, Accra Takrade,
we can maintain it.
And the host is from Volta region. We didn't say Accra Ho.
Accra Ho.
You see how biased you are?
Where? This is the one that had the accident.
Yes, actually, those batch of trains were nicer than what we have now.
But the cars are nice. The car is really nice. It looks really.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. I don't even know why.
Because you see, these are the things that we like to see. We are trying to get to a place where others have crossed centuries ago. There are more railway lines in the US than highways. I hope you know.
That's what helps with the development. I think that one of the things that we've said it time and over, our transportation system is a pivotal point.
I was mentioning
developing activities. So
I was mentioning that, like for example, Hong Kong. I mean, why are you buying a car? What do you need that car for? It doesn't make sense. But the transportation system have the trains, the tram, the subway, the sky trains. I mean, you don't need it. You would absolutely. When I went to Philippines just recently, my church members were getting angry. Why they prepare a car, I didn't go and get it. But the transportation is really good. Why do I need a car? You see,
but here in Ghana, you need correct car.
Oh.
Because the road is not even good.
Yes.
By the time you get there, your shocks are...
A car with good shock, yes. If your shocks are not functioning properly, you end up with waist pain. You have to drink yafo.
What's yafo?
It's,
Pastor Buddy.
Mighty power yafo will be your friend because of the road. CCRA, you get CCRA.
Agobam rather.
Agobam, Madame Catherine and many more. Aboniki. Hey, these pharmacies are getting money because of bad roads. My goodness.
So the value chain is added, the pharmacy is added to the value chain of bad roads.
As well.
It's terrible. Well, let's get on with another issue, quite important. We're trying to have dual carriage roads, okay, in Kumasi. Some people are trying to hinder the process. So the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly orders temporary occupants to vacate Santase Ahunjo stretch.
Santase Ahunjo.
Yeah, the one the one he's saying.
Ahunjo.
Ahunjo, the one you are saying. So let's move on.
Ahunjo. The one he's saying.
Yeah.
Stretch the road dualization project. So the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly has directed occupants along the Santase Ahunjo stretch to vacate the area by October 30th, 2025 to pave way for the construction of a new dual carriage road.
Wow.
The assembly says the directive has become necessary after the government secured a grant from the Japanese International Cooperation Agency,
JICA.
Yeah, to construct a dual road linking the Santase Ahunjo roundabout to the Asokwa interchange.
That's within Kumasi.
Yes. The affected include traders, mechanics, taxi operators, car dealers, squatters, and owners of temporary structures on, the stretch. Now, it says all affected persons are required to vacate the area no later than 30th October to make way for the commencement of a major road construction project. So please don't be like Accra traders when we are trying to get you to go into the market. Then you are giving us stories that and all of that, and somebody dies and you say that, oh, the person is not a trader, the person just came to buy things, so it's okay. So now we want to get on with development, and this is where we are. I am sensing this thing came because there was prior conversations. Oh, we want to do this. Can you just shift your stall a little bit? Can you do this? Can you give us some space? They will say, oh, no, you don't create jobs for us, and we have found our own spots. It's our taxi rank, and now you want to take us away. And yet, when the roads are not good, yeah, we esra bainu.
Yes, bainu
to come and esra bainu. Ubeye road no. Ubeye road no.
Ubeye road no.
Hypertension is real. Good body to you. So this is where we are. The attitude of the Ghanaian when it comes to drastic measures for development.
Nobody like change. I always say that. Nobody like change. Especially if the change will affect you and it will think it will affect you negatively. Right. We won't think about the greater good, the
bigger picture.
The bigger picture. So I understand, but they have to go. The dual carriage I want is Accra Kumasi, not inside Kumasi. Thank God for Kumasi people, but with the greatest of respect to Kumasi inside, I'm a Kumasi boy. from Bantama to Apreport Junction to Adwato to, I can name all those places. No, I'm not bad. I'm not a weed smoker, so I'm not from Ice Town.
Anglican Junction.
Anglican Junction a little bit because just go and eat banku.
Okay, I want to go.
And even they have some serious TZB. Recently, me and Ibrahim Tanko, the footballer.
Yeah.
No, he was my classmate.
Oh, nice.
It was even my seatmate. We saw this thing. So we went for a funeral. Sanso watching Mami's funeral, mother's funeral. So he went to Angraga. It's a serious TZ, and just go and enjoy it. So yeah, I like all those places. Good, but the dual courage. And the one to the Fienya one. These two are very important to me.
Yeah, Kusumbo.
Yeah, Kusumbo one. Yeah, going all the way.
They are doing it. They are actually on it.
Yes, because it's part of the big push project.
Exactly. I think Mahammer, President Mahammer.
It can be a Mahammer.
He's doing well.
Really?
Except the Galamsey.
The Galamsey, the one I them at my whole hybrid character. I start speaking Ghanaian English because it's a serious issue. But when we want to talk about the big push and the 24-hour economy, President Mahammer is really forcing. He and that Mr. Atto, they are really forcing.
And the way he's talking, he forgot that I am an advocate for LGBT. I'll be sending him right away.
I know, right? Please do.
My goodness, see. These roads matter that we are talking about. And I heard you say the affected people. And you started listening to some people. I hope it's affected as in they are the ones who are going to be moving.
Yes, actually, they are the ones that would need to move. Yes.
And I always empathize very cautiously with these guys. Because you don't just settle anywhere because it's a place that is bare and you can settle. And when you become aware that it is an illegal place that you are, don't try and come in, cause problems. We've been here for a long time. We've been here since Adam, and no, you're not supposed to be there. Right. And don't come and say that they should relocate you and compensate you.
For that one, I hope they'll relocate them. Compensation, no, but relocation maybe.
Right.
Nipa emobo.
But sir, nipa emobo ideology way.
And when I say Galamsey.
What is here? For those who don't understand this we must interpret somewhere do.
What do you I can interpret for you?
Okay. And yeah, come on me.
That human beings are beautiful thing.
I know that's so man.
It's the one that is destroying the nation.
Can you make it
You better shout a big amen.
Yesterday, I met a typical Nigerian guy. He said, "Sister, nyamiye wukesi." I said, "Ka eme kesi pa." And I'm like, "Hey." He says it's his pastor. That's what the pastor has been saying.
That's the way we like it. I attempted the interpretation. It didn't work. So the dean of the Dominion Theological Seminar had to come to my rescue. Yes.
You're privileged.
Yes.
You're privileged.
My
but
goodness.
I mean, the crux of the issue is that we need to get to a point where it is not about our selfish gains or our personal gains anymore. If you're constructing a road, it's not for... It's for even children yet unborn, right? So that they come to a Ghana the Ghana we want. That's the statement we always make, right? So, it's good for tourism. It's good for many other things. So it's not about, and we are the people who always complain about food from the food basket of the nation, facing transportation issues. I remember writing these things as part of my social studies exam. Bad road coming. So today. Even to tomorrow, I'm sure when they do another BC, it will still be a correct answer. But then that narrative has to change, and then we must change with it.
Agriculture is the backbone of our economy.
Right? Agriculture is the...
Challenges to agriculture, bad roads. Maybe because a BC question, they don't want to change the thing.
What's conditions.
Because if they change the thing now we have good roads. People now have to change the curriculum, edit answers, change marking schemes. It's too much.
It's too much.
Let's maintain the bad roads. Yes, sir. Please, you
No,
will not
we'd have to change it.
Change the bad rules.
We'd have to change it. Dr. Pia could be sorry that you couldn't do much talking because of your voice.
Yes, I know.
But I mean,
the Lord is good.
Yeah, always.
And next time I will not look at him anymore.
Yes.
When he's making a
I will
call.
make sure that I will
Like
make
me,
it
don't
close.
look at Pastor Buddy. But let me take your last words. Please.
Yeah, what I would say is we can talk about everything and we will still come back to Galamsey.
Yeah.
We still come back to Galamsey. It has becoming really an issue that is not helping us. And we know that the government is seeing the consequences of not doing and seeing the consequences of doing. He should do his own cost and benefit analysis and come up with a better solution. That's what I would say.
Right, fantastic.
Yeah, I agree.
Giving us a solution to this. See, this is it.
Yeah, I don't know what you are looking at me for. Dr. Piaku has finished talking. What do you want to do? Yes, it's
interpret it.
Yeah, interpret it.
When the elderly person finishes bathing, they close pipe. They close the pipe. Go home. Sit your phone. Go home.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Justice Apiakubi, for making time. And when I do 100 days again, that's one after announce.
Tomorrow.
Shit.
Oh, did you watch last listen? I
Tuesday.
did. Yeah, I did about. I pray on. Hey, this is real quick. You know, I prayed about seven things that salt. The Bible says we are salt of the earth, not salt of the world, but the earth.
The earth.
And there are 7 characteristics of salt that we need to manifest: preservation, penetration, purification, pleasing, poisoning, promoting, then proving. Salt have all these 7 characteristics that we're supposed to. So our marriages, our everything, our jobs supposed to be preserved in the name of Jesus.
Hallelujah. Oh my God. I'm receiving it at home.
I'm awake.
Yes, this is what it means to do Wake Up Africa the God way. Thank you so much to all the people that, stuck and stayed with us. Those who watched from Liberia, from Kenya, from, I wanted to say utmost part of the world.
Isn't it true?
Yeah. Anyway, so we're going to go for a break now, and then when we get back, we'll do some more discussions. Do stay.
It's adventure after adventure after adventure. Get a load of your favorite Bible adventure series, Superbook. So, get on board. Let's join Chris, Joy, and Gizmo. It's Superbook time. Superbook, weekdays at 4:30 p.m. Also on Saturdays, 10:30 a.m. on Dominion TV.
DStv means choosing.
Amazing acting.
Face friending while streaming.
Front row at the gaming and super fanning while on the going. Winning. Binging and blockbustering. While others are white ricing, you're jolloffing.
This looks so good.
With something for everyone. Anything is possible when you're DSTVing. Start today with all sorts of packages to match your...
Barca's season is up and running. Save! Spain are the champions of the world!
Sports Break on Dominion TV.
From the rising of the sun to the setting of the same, through the darkness in the light, we'll declare from the mountainside, great is your faithfulness, oh great is your faithfulness, oh great is your faithfulness, oh God.
These tunes or songs, hymns, sometimes I feel we don't get the message. We're just, sojourning here on earth. The bigger picture is what happens when we get to heaven, right? Right. And that's Omari Kisi with his team, blessing us very, very, very beautiful songs right there. All right, so it's Thursday, and we're going to do Ask the Doctor. And we have Dr. Ifeong from the Bank Hospital joining us via Zoom. We're just going to be having a conversation with him. And then along the line with open phone lines, you can call in and ask all the questions that you want to ask. So, Dr. Ifeong, good morning.
Good morning, PBL. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can hear you. Hospital? Ish with your tag answers. Hey, Doc. You have shown us. Yes, we have seen it. Well, good to see you. Hope all is well.
Very well, by grace. I hope you're doing well as well.
Yeah, by the special grace of God. So I want us to, on Tuesday, we had a conversation about prostate cancer. And it is a very serious thing for men. And we also have been talking about the fact that, men don't get to go to the hospital or get to check their health. They are not so concerned about it. But this seems to be a very huge thing that bothers on men. And according to the discussions we had the last time, it should be from 40 upwards, but now there seems to be some sort of change, even with the aging. That means that our choices, lifestyle choices, dieting and all of that seem to be playing a role. And I just want you, by way of education, even before we get to, other questions about this prostate cancer, if you can just give us maybe a summary of stuff that we must know about prostate cancer, your first take on it before we get into the other myths.
Yeah, I think that you've actually done a very great job, like you usually do, in trying to recap, everything that happened. I think on Tuesday, right?
Yeah.
I actually tuned in, and then I think that my colleague and senior colleague actually did an amazing job. Dr. Bainge and Dr. Saki. Dr. Saki, they did an amazing job by, bringing down prostate cancer to the barest minimum for every single person in Africa and worldwide to, understand. Just to, do a bit of recap from what you have said, it is a cancer that affects the prostate gland. And I think that on Tuesday, we highlighted the anatomy of the prostate gland. And that is a gland that is just underneath the bladder. The bladder is the bowl that carries your urine, and then the prostate gland is that very, cute gland that sits right underneath of the bladder. Take it, for instance, this is the bowl, and this is the prostate gland just underneath it. And it's only found in men. And, we're in the 21st century, so you might get a little confused, about these things, but let me just sound it clear. It's found in men. Women don't have prostate glands, right? And when we talk about cancer, that cancer is an outgrowth of cells, an uncontrollably growing cells that we cannot control. And when that happens, it causes what we call a tumor, and there are signs and symptoms that one might get as a result of getting prostate cancer. I think that was highlighted on Tuesday as well.
Yeah.
Such difficulty in urinating, not being able to control your urine in some instance you'd have urinary incontinence, urinary frequency. You tend to urinate more often than not, and even after urinating, you'd find that you still have a feeling of urine in your bladder, even after just urinating, right? And for some people, get to the point where, like I said, they cannot control their bladder anymore, so they just let it down, just like that. And as the cancer advances, as it spreads, it comes with its own complications. And I think on Tuesday, if I get that right, they mentioned about spread. So cancer can spread because I mentioned it's uncontrolled growth. So something that grows and you cannot control it, what happens is that it has the probability of spreading, right? So local spread, where it will spread around the organs, in the pelvis, because the gland that sits in the pelvis, and then there's also what we call a distant spread. So it means if you do nothing about your cancer, your prostate cancer early, it can spread locally, the organs around, which is the back passage, what we call the rectum in medicine, and other organs that are around your bladder. It could also spread to your bladder as well, and if you still do nothing about it, we will have what we call a distant spread. And places that prostate cancer spread usually goes to is the bone to start with, spread to your bone. You notice that you present with a lower back pain, or you're just having lower back pain for no reason. It makes the bone so fragile that it is prone to fractures. I think I remember Dr. Bainge mentioned that one of his patients or so, if I get that right, he just fell from a chair, a height that is not great. And then he had fractures, pelvic fracture, fractures, multiple fractures, because that is what, a distant metastasis or spread would do to you. And another place could spread to is your lungs, aside the local spread, your lungs. You find that you are coughing, bloody, you're losing weight and all that. It could spread to your brain, so it could spread to any organ of the body and cause a lot more harm than usual. This is the reason why, this month, September, has been set aside, to commemorate prostate cancer. So people know about it, because early detection actually saves lives. When it's detected early, there are, arrays of treatment plan that your urologist, who is a specialist of male reproductive organ or system, would suggest to you. And so basically that's it. It's a very deadly. I think prostate cancer is the second most common cancer in men, aside skin cancer. I think prostate cancer is one that actually affects men a great deal, and a lot of people are actually dying in silence, because just like hypertension, in the early stages, you might not notice that you have prostate cancer until, it begins to cause you signs and symptoms, So it is important that every man knows about prostate cancer. It's important that every woman educates their husband, brother, uncle about prostate cancer, even your boss, if possible, in a very much diplomatic way about prostate cancer. Yeah.
Fantastic, great. So there you have it. Let's get on with some questions that are coming in. If you're watching us and you have access to YouTube, Facebook, why not like, share, and drop comments, and then we'll be sure to read them. I have some comments on Facebook, and then we'll be sure to read those. Or probably I could just go through before we start off. So Kelly Sandala says, thank you so much, Dad. Okay, and Flora Nashida. Oh, Nashida says yesterday was her birthday. So yesterday was my birthday. Please wish me a happy birthday. I'm a regular fan of your station. God bless you. Just mention my name now. Shida is your birthday. God bless you. Okay, so Nashida, a very, very, very happy birthday to you. May God bless you. May God keep you. Make his face shine upon you. May the lines fall in pleasant places for you. Nashida, we love you so much for, loving on the morning show and being one who's always watching. We're so grateful to God for your life. And then Kosi Koja also says, great job. Great work there, Biadela. Oh, thank you so much, Koja. Thank you very much. All right, now, so your questions, we'll open the phone lines pretty shortly so that you can join in and then ask the doctor all the questions concerning prostate cancer or any other thing that bothers your health. So, Doc, the very first question is this. Is it only old men who get prostate cancer? Well, I wish I could answer, but I'm not a doctor. So over to you.
Yeah, I mean, that's one thing that people actually hold in esteem, and it's actually a myth because we are growing every day, knowledge is expanding. So the things that we thought were before, those things have evolved, right? So it used to be a thing of the past where we know that only older men, get prostate cancer because you see the older people present with these signs and symptoms. But that not being withstanding, you notice that in present time, even younger people, tend to experience or to have or be diagnosed with prostate cancer, especially with those who have a family history, of prostate cancer. So you have someone whose dad perhaps had prostate cancer, or who an uncle or a brother, had prostate cancer. So although you are young, you are still at a higher risk of having that. So that's the more reason why you should get tested early, And then I think that once you are a man, you are at the risk of getting prostate cancer in the first place. And that even making it worse, a Black African, So if you look at statistics, you notice that Africans or Black Americans tend to have, prostate cancer as more frequently than Caucasians. So it is not true that only older men get prostate cancer. Younger people can also get prostate cancer, and your risk increases if you have a family history of prostate cancer or any cancer at all, yeah.
I see. Well, thank you for that. There's the next one. It says, a high PSA level always means cancer. Is that right? But I think that you would have to educate us on what a PSA level is so that we can fully understand the question.
Yeah. So PSA is more or less like a test that we do. It could be used as a screening test, for prostate cancer and any other disease that affects the prostate gland, right? So it's a prostate-specific antigen, So if there's anything going on with your prostate gland, this antigen, it's a marker and it goes up, so in the blood. So it's being released into the bloodstream. And when you do a blood test, you notice that this particular marker or antigen is very high. Now, there are ranges that we tend to look out for, But I think your question was a high PSA always means,
cancer.
Prostate cancer. No, so now that is not true because very few things you can say always in medicine, and almost often there's nothing that is absolutely it. And you can have a high PSA, and that could mean so many things. You can have a high PSA that could mean so many things. Now, let me start with what we call BPH. So you can have a benign enlargement of the prostate gland, what we call benign prostatic hyperplasia, right? Now, when your gland is enlarged, that could make your PSA levels go up, right? So that's why we want people to get tested. So you don't think that everything is cancer. It might not be cancer, right? It might just be a BPH, just the benign growth, of the overall prostate gland, which most men experience when they are 40 years and above, actually, And another reason could be an infection of the prostate, right? You could have an infection of the prostate, what we call prostatitis. Whenever you see ITIS attached as a suffix to something, it means an inflammation, So you could have an inflammation of the prostate gland, and that could, increase your PSA levels tremendously. So that would not mean that you have you will not mean that you have a prostate cancer, right? And with that, it can be treated with some antibiotics as indicated by your doctor or your urologist, And another thing that can also increase your prostate specific antigen is the fact that the timing for the testing. So usually we would advise that before you go get tested, you should avoid sexual intercourse, especially for those who are married.
How long?
Who engage intercourse for about 48 hours prior to you getting tested. Reason being that the prostate gland produces, prostatic fluid, and this fluid helps to nourish the sperms. So think of it like an orange, a very ripe orange. When you squeeze it, the juice comes out of it. If you want to check the amount of juice in a glass, you realize that it's a lot. That is because you have just squeezed the orange, for crying out loud. So if you get tested right after, sexual intercourse or ejaculation, that would increase your PSA levels as well. So we usually advise that before you visit the health facility, avoid sexual intercourse about 48 hours prior. So there are so many other things that could, increase your PSA level, and not just prostate cancer, but you want to be sure, and it's better to be safe than sorry, than to check. Now, prostate cancer will give a particular indication when the PSA levels are significantly elevated on top of the roof. Now we have a suspicion, of prostate cancer. Then we'll go ahead to do further tests, do an examination of the prostate gland manually with our fingers as doctors, and what is called a DRE. It's called a digital rectal exam. So your physician or your urologist would, with a gloved hand, would insert his finger into your back passage and then try to feel the prostate gland, and there are certain characteristics that we look out for when we are suspecting prostate cancer. There are also certain characteristics we look out for when we are suspecting benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. There are also characteristics we look out for when we are looking out for prostatitis, which is an inflammation of the prostate gland. With that, it would be a very painful experience. So most often than not, the man would not allow you to do it. He even has pain even while sitting down, because, it's around the gluteal region, the back passage. So we after testing, doing the PSA, we go further to do a clinical exam to ensure that what the PSA results we are having is actually true, because that being said, there could be lab errors as well, so that is why, AI cannot physically replace your physical doctor, because AI will not do a digital rectal exam for you to confirm that you have prostate cancer or not. So most of the time when you tell a patient, okay, come to the hospital, they just think that you just want to, want them to just come all the way. Why can't you just prescribe something? But sometimes we need to examine you, because you cannot take out the place of physical exam when it comes to healthcare, right? And we need to examine you to be sure that this is what we're looking at. Even going a step further, they could also do a CT and an MRI scan for you, to further determine, are we confused or not? This is what we are looking out for. And most often than not, it's a spot diagnosis. So yes, question, an elevated PSA does not necessarily equate to prostate cancer. That being said, you want to check to ensure that you're not dealing with a cancer or anything sinister.
Fantastic. That's really great right there. So the numbers are on the screen. You should call and ask the doctor anything at all, and then we'll be sure to deal with that. Now, there's another question about urine. It says, if I don't have urinary problems, I don't have prostate cancer?
Now that is not true, because not everyone with prostate cancer would start out by having urinary, problems. I mentioned a few of them earlier. Straining to urinate, finding yourself urinating more frequently than not, and even sometimes finding blood in your urine. You notice your urine at the point is bloody. Sometimes you feel some sort of pain whilst urinating. And it could also be that there's a superimposed infection upon that. So not everyone starts out by experiencing these symptoms, to confirm that they have prostate cancer before they go to the hospital. Some people start out by having prostate cancer without experiencing symptoms, and this is because when you look at the anatomy of growth, the portion in which the cancer might grow from might be such that it wouldn't cause, symptoms until it's advanced or it's gone to a higher stage. So you notice that those who start having symptoms will actually come when it's gone to, maybe a local spread or perhaps a distant spread. So it's actually a myth. Not everyone will start out by having, symptoms. That is why you need to visit the health facility. We need to get you screened to ensure that we are not missing out on any of these things. So yeah.
Okay, so that means that you can have other urinary tract infections or stuff like that. Are there situations where you start off from here and then it ends up in prostate cancer?
So yeah, that's what I mentioned by saying that one might have an elevated PSA, right? But then it could be as a result of a prostatitis, right? It could be as a result of a urinary, tract infection, or it could be having sexual intercourse just prior to visiting the health facility. It could also be that the person already had an underlying prostate cancer that is, yet to cause him symptoms. Howbeit, these infections are what is giving you those symptoms now. And through investigating these infections, we get to find out that you actually have prostate cancer. Just like how you come to the hospital for some tummy pain or for some headache, and then we check your vitals and notice that your BP is actually high. Let's do some serious ambulatory BP monitoring, and we notice that, you have hypertension, so we don't, like we go out looking for hypertension, but because we have, identified it coincidentally. So some people might have an underlying prostate cancer, but would present to the hospital with some bladder or urine infection, and by investigating, we get to find out that this is what you are having. And I don't want us to get to that stage where we have something else worrying us before, we present to the
facility. Well, we have Moses on the line. Good morning, Moses.
Good morning, madam.
Great. Let's hear you, please.
I wanted to find out when the time the urinary change very colorful to maybe something like maybe yellowish, and I want to find out whether that one is caused by a prostate.
Right. Okay. Doc? Dr. Fiong?
Yes.
So you could hear
barely...
him?
No.
Okay, so he was asking that lately when he goes to pee, he sees certain, colorations of his urine. So sometimes it changes colors, like quite curry, then it goes very yellow, and then etc. He wants to know if that's an indicator of maybe a problem down there before he even graduates to prostate cancer.
So usually you'd want to marry that alongside other symptoms that you are experiencing, i.e. pain during urination, blood in the urine. So he says it gets some discoloration. Is blood part of that discoloration? If yes, please visit your health facility and get checked. It could be something as, as not very dangerous as you being dehydrated, because when you're dehydrated, your urine becomes concentrated, right? So with adequate hydration, drinking of water, you notice that color changes and you get your normal amber color or clear color urine. That being said, we also don't want to ensure that we're not missing out on something very sinister. It might not be a prostate cancer, it might be a urinary tract infection, especially if you also have your urine splitting into two whilst you're urinating, is splitting into two, or you're having pain or a burning sensation whilst you're urinating. So you don't want to miss out on any of those things. So I'd advise that he goes to the hospital and get a urinary test done, a urine routine exam done, and then just to on the clear. Sometimes most of these things help us pick up other things that you want to deal with early on before it becomes a problem. Yeah.
Great, fantastic. Abigail is on the line. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, dear Della.
Yes.
Please, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you too?
I'm blessed.
Great.
Please, I want to ask if women can have prostate cancer. Today, I didn't tune in on time because I went somewhere.
Right.
And also, I want to ask doctor, I had my child 2012. It was cesarean session. So after that, after 10 years, I noticed that I sing in church. I noticed that if I'm singing, the urine will be coming on its own. Even if I'm going for walk, like I want to jog small, the wee will be coming. And even if like normal pains in the house that to carry something, you see that the wee will come out. Not that I'm feeling wee or I'm keeping the wee. So please, that's my question: whether women can also have prostate and all this one too. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, from what the doctor says, where the prostate is located, the gland and all of that, all those things happen only in men. But I'll still leave it for him to, sort of clarify. Dr. Fiong, so we have a question about whether women also can get prostate cancer. And then there's another issue. She said she had her baby in 2012, and it was via cesarean section. And after that, she realized that when she applies a bit of pressure, so maybe when she's singing and there's a bit of strain, then she starts to sort of feel like she's dripping on herself, she's urinating on herself. When she carries something that's heavy, any external pressure to the body sort of just makes her want to wee on herself. And she's asking if that's a problem or if there's something that she must start looking out for.
All right. Great question. I think, like I highlighted earlier, prostate cancer only affects men, because men have prostate glands. That being said, we are in the 21st century, and then there are people that could have transgendered. So if you fall in that category and you're watching us, you have transgender, maybe you were a male and then you now consider yourself a female, and then means you still have a prostate gland, that could cause you symptoms. But I don't think that is the case for our caller. So I'm just to speak to her. I think that is not prostate cancer, but women are also prone to other cancers, and especially if you have a first-degree relative, family history of cancer. Maybe your dad had prostate cancer, maybe your mom had breast cancer. You want to go to your screening, looking out for, the markers that would point out for other cancers that could possibly affect women, i.e. ovarian cancer. Sometimes they tend to have this sort of, bloating in the lower tummy or abdomen, and then lose weight, night sweat and all that. So that is a kind of cancer that might affect men, looking the complaints that
I can't seem to hear the doctor. Okay, so we have a caller, Francis. Good morning, Francis.
Yes. Good morning, Francis. Good morning. I've been watching your program about prostate cancer, and I have some concerns.
Right.
Yes. I'm calling from
Francis, can you please lower the volume on your TV set so we don't get feedback and then we can clearly hear you, please?
Okay. We can clearly hear you. Okay. Hello.
Yeah.
So about some time now, I've been following this program, and I realized that I experienced some of the things doctor mentioned, and I would like him to elaborate more about the urine color change.
The urine color, because someone called and asked about their urine color, right?
Yes, please.
Sure. Right, Dr. Fiong, I think that we can complete the woman's question, and then we can get on with the urine color, please.
Yeah, so she mentioned that she gave birth some time ago, and then she noticed that when she does something strenuous, she tends to leak urine, right? So now that would usually we see that in what we call stress incontinence, right? Stress incontinence, where when you do something anything that increases the pressure in your tummy or in your abdomen, like maybe laughing hard or coughing or shouting, you tend to leak urine, and that's what we call stress incontinence, and then there are several ways which this can be managed, so I'll just implore her to visit the health facility, teach her bladder training, they will teach her to avoid certain things, certain irritants as well that would irritate the bladder and will cause you to leak, urine. So those things can happen. And they may not necessarily point out to a cancer, but again, we want to be sure that we are not missing out, on anything. I think the last time I told you that one of my lecturers in med school would always say that past questions would not come. He would ensure that. But you'll be a fool to enter that exam room without going through them. Got no idea what he would do to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. So now we can get on with the urine color. So Francis wants to fully understand what the answer that you gave concerning the urine color. I think because he also experiences that. I remember you said that it could also be a form of a sign that indicates that you're dehydrated. But I mean, for men, what other things should they be looking out for when they feel like, okay, the urine color is not the regular?
Yes, so that's what I am saying. That when you have a urine, now we have to know what color exactly you are seeing.
Okay.
Some people too are not very good at describing colors, and men are very good culprits of that. Men see lilac and say it's purple, and then the women argue, right? So we would want to know what color exactly you are seeing. Is it a normal urine color? However, it's concentrated. That could be a sign of dehydration. Are you seeing a color that looks like a Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola drink, dark colored urine? That could be a sign of hemolysis. It means that you are breaking down red blood cells. It could be from so many things. It could be from sickle cell, it could be from malaria, it could be from, anything else that could cause your red blood cells to break down. And it would go looking out for what could possibly be the cause, right? And then if you could also have colors, discoloration of the urine, that could be as a result of a sexually transmitted infection, so one with gonorrhea, one with syphilis, could have, and this would come with pain, burning sensation during urination, so we want to marry your symptoms together when we take a good history, and then want to examine you to see that, are we missing out on anything here? And then want to do a urine test. So a urine test would just give us the various parameters just like that. Is there blood in the urine? It would show in that test. Are there proteins in the urine? It would help us to look out for the kidneys, because the kidneys are the one that actually filters urine before it comes to the bladder and before you are able to urinate. So you could have a problem as far up as the kidneys, and that would also show in the urine test. Are there some infection, bacteria, yeast, and all that will be shown in the urine test as well. So it's a comprehensive test, that, when you do, you just urinate and then we'll take it to the lab. And then in a few minutes, your result will be out. We'll be able to interpret that to you. So you will be able to tell exactly what is going on. So we've gone through, our history taking, marrying other symptoms that you might not necessarily think is a problem. You might ask, you might think that, this is normal, but it is not normal. Again, the eye sees what the mind
knows.
Yeah.
Right. Francis is actually back on the line, and I think that he needs more clarification. Good morning, Francis, again.
Yes. I want to know if the last time I used my washroom and I realized that I was experiencing urine, but then there wasn't any kind of coloration or anything of that sort, but there was no pain, there was no burning sensation, etc., no burning sensation. it was just flowing, but it had a little color, and I wanted to know if further explanation from Doc, if it's possible to experience that as a result of prostate cancer or...
Okay. So, Doc?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Please, did you get the question?
No, I didn't hear. I could barely hear him.
All right. So he's saying that he wanted to be sure of something because, so let's say his urine came out, it was, colorless, and there was no pain, there was nothing at all. He just wanted to find out if, if I understand him perfectly, if the prostate cancer is at an asymptomatic level, we could still, want to check for anything like that, even at the point where the urine is not colored.
Yes, absolutely. I think I mentioned that you might not experience symptoms. Do you understand? You might not experience symptoms in the early stages of prostate cancer because the cells are now undergoing division. They are now, in a layman's word, giving birth to children. You don't just wake up and you give birth to 500 kids. You give birth to 1, 2, 3, 4. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. So for most of the time, there is always a starting point for which this cancer grows and spreads. So in the early stages, you would not experience symptoms. Right. However, they will be picked up during a lab investigation because we're looking at very microscopic and very small substances that is produced by the prostate gland that will help us catch it early and give you a treatment that you need before it becomes
big thing.
So yes, you can actually not even have any discoloration. You could have a normal urine color and still be going through prostate cancer if not. That is why it's important to get it checked. Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much. I don't know how, but technology makes it so beautiful. We're still giving our solution to people via phone, even though you're via Zoom. Such an amazing thing to do. We know that you're at work and we'll have to let you go, but let's take your last words.
I would want to say that still this moment to walk into any health facility and just say you want to get screened for prostate cancer, and then they will take you through the process. Any health facility close to you, any health facility around you. You don't want to wait till September is over and then we move into October, because listen, the women make a lot of noise about breast cancer. And guess what? People are getting screened and are getting treated and are averting breast cancer. Why are the men silent? Why are the men silent? I think that it is high time we stopped being silent. It is high time we think that our pain threshold are very high. So if you are not feeling an excruciating pain, or if you're not having erectile dysfunction, there is no point to go to the hospital. I think that we've gone past that period. So please visit your health facility, pass by during your lunch break. It wouldn't take that much of your time. You could be at work, you just drive past a facility, they'll take you through the process. You see a GP, get these tests done. And then you could even go for where I work at the bank hospital. You could get your lab results emailed to you. And if there's any reason you wish you need to have a second opinion or a revisit, then we'll call you by phone and tell you, okay, look, we think that your results.
Right. So I think that basically what Doc was trying to say is the fact that, it is now or never. Go to a health facility, check what's wrong with you. Because men always say that, okay, we're not going through so much pain. But the thing is, don't wait till it gets worse. Start off now. And I think that's just about it. Well, talking about starting off now, Dominion Hour starts off now. And so you can join in person. But then 100 days also continues. So we'll pray at 12 and then 6 p.m. we'll get in person. This has been the Wake Up Africa morning show right here on Dominion TV. My name is Precious Biadola. We'll see you tomorrow.